Is it your goal to become a great musician? Are you already a working musician and you want to strengthen your craft? Are you a music student with strengths and weaknesses and not always sure how to address that which needs improvement? Do you need to learn how to become a better sight reader? Do you need help playing by ear, transposing, or memorizing music? Do you sometimes struggle to know how much to practice a piece of music or a skill or a technique or what approach to take? Are you wanting to get better at improvisation or composing or understanding of music theory or even learning second and third instruments beyond your primary instrument? If so, it sounds like you need to check out the Musician Toolkit. Hello, I'm David Lane. I'm a composer, pianist, conductor, and teacher with 25 years of professional experience. Something I noticed when I was a music major was how people that I judged to be top-of-the-line musicians had several things in common. They could play an instrument with mastery, but they could also play other instruments well, successfully. They could sight read well, but they could also play by ear or improvise if they had to. They could transpose. If their ensemble needed a written arrangement, they could do it themselves and produce a quality result. They embraced music theory and music history, and they could teach. In other words, they were well-rounded, well-crafted, versatile musicians. And it's regardless of their genre and regardless of their main means of expression, such as being a conductor or an instrumentalist or a vocalist or a composer or any other type of musician. When it comes to being a successful musician, there are a number of things you need to do well on the marketing and business side, and I feel like a lot of podcasts already address this really well. However, while also assuming that you have prepared your craft, that you're already ready to deliver the best possible representation of your art and craft. On the Musician Toolkit, we will not assume that. We'll cover each of the 20 tools that I've identified that make up the Musician Toolkit. Tools such as sight reading, the ability to practice efficiently, the ability to play by ear, and we'll address each of them. And we'll talk about each instrument that you could learn with guests who play them at a high level. We'll also talk about the specific types of jobs that you can get as a musician and figure out the tools that you need to prioritize for each one. We'll have an episode for you each Monday with occasionally a Just for Fun second episode on a Thursday. This all begins on Monday, January 2nd. Go ahead and subscribe now through Apple Podcasts or wherever you're listening to this podcast feed at the moment. You'll find it by looking up the Musician Toolkit with David Lane so that you don't miss a single episode. Again, I'm David Lane, and you can follow me and the Musician Toolkit podcast on YouTube at David Lane Music 1. That's David Lane Music, the number 1. TikTok and Instagram at David Lane Music, and Facebook at David M. Lane Music. And I look forward to starting this journey with all of you on Monday, January 2nd.